Epicurus said that if someone claimed that he was not ready for the study of philosophy, or had missed the time, it meant that he was either too young or too old to enjoy happiness. Well, he established a school in Athens, and later there were many rumors about saving the school in other places. Because he always emphasized hedonism, many people spread rumors about him outside. He had to eat many meals a day, and after he was full, he would vomit out if he wanted to eat more. After scraping out the food, he would spit it out and then continue to eat. People said that this person was extremely greedy. Some people said that it was hard to describe, saying that there were all kinds of lewd things in there. Wow, it was terrible, a very disgusting place. These things are all rumors, but do you know that these rumors are quite powerful? To what extent are they powerful? In today's Oxford English Dictionary, if you look at it, there is a word called Epicurean, which is an adjective to describe this thing. This cup is particularly Epicurean, right? Or this meal is quite Epicurean. This adjective represents luxury and enjoyment. Epicurus emphasizes the importance of learning how to lead a happy life and attain happiness. He devoted his studies to this philosophy and believed that a person's pursuit of happiness is comparable to their pursuit of good health. Both require effort and cannot be achieved through simple instruction. The metaphor he used highlights the complex and individual nature of happiness, which cannot be universally defined and requires individual exploration and experimentation. So in ancient Greece and Rome, if someone had a terrible headache, do you know what advice the doctor would give him? They would press the person's head on the bed and then use a drill to drill into his head and make a hole in his head, saying that if you make a hole in your head and let some air out, your head will not hurt so much. Many people were drilled to death in this way, and they lost their lives. That was because people at that time didn't know how to be healthy, so most people did things recklessly, because we didn't know how to answer how to be healthy. So even things like drilling could happen. So let me ask you guys, do you really know how to be happy? The difficulty of these two questions is the same, both because the patients do not know the cause of the disease. So when we do not know how to be happy, we will choose many wrong ways. For example, we keep making money, we keep buying cars, and we hope that buying a bag may make things better, right? Then we may think that having a relationship may make things better. We always hope that these external materials can bring us short-term happiness, but in fact they often bring more pain. For example, after you eat a lot, you want to lose weight, and after you spend a lot of money to buy a car, you have to pay off the loan, and then you are in great pain. We don't know the reason for happiness at all, so let's take a look at this happiness list given by Epicurus. Epicurus's happiness list actually shows that he lived a very simple life. Epicurus only drank water and didn't drink wine. He was satisfied with a meal of bread, vegetables, and a handful of olives. He ate very simply, and he was not as strange as the legend said. He made a list of 3 happiness needs. The first one is friendship, which means that a person needs to be happy and have friendship. He said that among all the things that wisdom can provide to help people achieve lifelong happiness, friendship far exceeds everything. Before you remember your food, think carefully about who you want to eat with instead of what you want to eat and drink. Epicurus's house is like a big family, but there is no gloomy and closed atmosphere, only sympathy and warmth. So he thinks that the first friendship is very important. He also set up a school to let those who can talk to each other live together. Everyone has the same values and pursues simple happiness. The second list is called freedom. There is no need to be ashamed of being penniless, and there is nothing to show for having a lot of gold. Here we plan to tell you a book in the future called Walden. Thoreau, the author of Walden, said that if he just wanted to earn enough calories for the year, because people live for calories. If you just want to earn enough calories, you only need to work for 6 weeks. Working for 6 weeks to earn enough calories for the year, you can spend the rest of the time sitting by the lake reading, walking, listening to birds, and observing nature without anyone to serve you. This is true freedom. Today, we spend a lot of time trying to earn more money, but we lose a lot of freedom. So for B, he said that the second list is freedom, and the third is thought. If you just have this simple thought without deep pursuit, you can't read more books, can't understand nature more thoroughly, then your freedom and friendship are superficial, so you need to have deep thoughts. Epicurus was particularly concerned with analyzing the anxiety caused by money, illness, death, and ghosts with his friends. Epicurus's theory is that if you can think rationally about the limited life, you will realize that when you die, you will forget everything and return to nothingness, so you don't have to worry about death. Epicurus defeated the god of death with deep thoughts. For those who truly understand that there is nothing to be afraid of not being alive, there is nothing to be afraid of in life. So Epicurus once made a particularly unreasonable argument. He said that I was alive before the god of death came, so I don't have to be afraid of death. After the god of death came, I was already dead, so I don't have to be afraid of him, so I am not afraid of death. That is, no matter whether the god of death comes or not, I should live and die anyway. I am already dead, so I will not stay with the god of death. He believes that people have desires, some of which are natural and necessary, some are natural but unnecessary, and some are neither natural nor necessary. Big precautions are unnecessary. Although they are natural, they are not necessary. Private bathroom, feasting every meal, eating good food, having servants, and eating fish and meat. These are natural, but not necessary. Then there are some fame and power that are neither natural nor necessary. If you really want to be famous or have millions of fans, these are all delusions, because those things cannot bring you happiness, but will increase your burden. After eliminating the pain of scarcity, the pleasure brought by plain tea and light meals is the same as that brought by a sumptuous banquet. No matter how rich you are, you still have to eat, worry, interact with people, and solve many problems every day. So people don't need to pursue excessive material enjoyment. However, in today's society, many people continue to strive for material possessions and status. The author questions why this is the case, since Epicurus's teachings are simple and understandable to all. The author suggests that people may crave expensive things that offer a sense of exclusivity or validation, even if they do not truly fulfill their needs. While this may seem like a reasonable solution, it ultimately leaves individuals feeling empty and unfulfilled in the long run. We don't really understand what we want, but those things seem expensive and others don't have them, so you think that might be a solution. When we want freedom in our hearts, we don't know what freedom is. When we want to gain friendship, we don't know what friendship is, but we see a bottle of expensive wine, and we think that this bottle of expensive wine may bring me friendship, so you go to buy expensive wine. So this is the meaning behind this sentence, that is, for the needs we don't understand, we need friendship, we need freedom, we need love, but I don't know how to get these expensive things at this time. It seems to be an appropriate solution. I think this sentence is very magical. It makes us really understand the comfort that Epicurus brings us. So after listening to Epicurus, do you feel a little calmer? With a few olives and some bread, you can actually live a good life.